Hello everyone, do you remember me? If not, then I really don't blame you, because I think the last time I did a video on YouTube, it was 2015, which is just dreadful. But as is usual with me, here I am back again after a lengthy absence with a new manga collection video. Now I did move again, so my manga did go back into storage for quite some time, therefore I didn't really have the opportunity to buy much new manga. But with that said, I do have a couple of new things to show you guys. So let's get started. At the top left, as we usually do, with Solanin by Inio Asano. And next to that we have What a Wonderful World by the same author. Next to that we've got Mushishi Volume 1 to 10. Still missing that Volume 6 because the whole series is out of print. Maybe one day Kodansha will release a physical edition. I know they have released it online in digital versions, but it would be nice if they would bring this back to shops, because it's a great series to own and buy and read, and the anime is great too. Next to that we've got Black God Volume 1 to 19, I believe. Yep, that's the full collection. Under here we've got Satoshi Kon the Illusionist. The two Death Note novels, well I say two, I think there might be more than two, but these are the two I have. We've got Another Note and L Changed the World. Above that we have the first three Haruhi light novels, which I did enjoy, but I did notice a couple of the volumes were going out of print and getting a bit hard to get a hold of. So while I would like to buy the rest, I'm going to hold off. But if these come around for another run, then I'll pick them up. Over here we've got a new manga for my collection. It is Battle Angel Alita, which I will show you guys. Now, I'm putting this manga on the floor. I know some people are really adverse to that, but don't worry, this is a new carpet. It's not been walked on, at least with shoes anyway. It's not dirty, and my manga is going to remain clean and tidy. So there's that worry out of the way. But this is Battle Angel Alita. It's by Yukito Kishiro. It's a sci-fi cyberpunk manga about an android named Alita who is rescued by a cyber physician named Dr. Ido, and when Alita wakes up she finds that she has no memories of who she is or where she comes from, just very tiny fragments. So the series is mostly about her as she traverses the land, looking for answers about who she is, where she comes from. It's a really well illustrated manga, and the action is tremendous. Some action manga, or some manga with action, they don't really need to be an action based series, it can come across kind of static and a bit dull, but the panel placement and the illustrations in Alita are really well done, really well thought out, really well planned, really well composed, and so the action is really tremendous and really thrilling to follow, and you can almost imagine it as animation. So yeah, this is probably one of my favourite mangas, and it's a really brilliant read. Kodansha are going to re-release this in November, I believe. They've already started with the digital editions, but if you want to buy the book, it's coming out in November. It's 9 volumes long. These are the old ones by Viz. They're no longer in print, but I managed to get a hold of them. And also, it is being adapted to film by none other than James Cameron, who is the producer. Robert Rodriguez is directing, so I'm really looking forward to that, and I really hope they don't mess it up, because it's a really tremendous series and it would look brilliant on the big screen. Down here on the second shelf we've got Gintama 1 to 23 before it was dropped by Viz. And over here we have another series that was seemingly dropped by its publisher, which is Eden, It's an Endless World. Dark Horse, they don't really mention it anymore. It's just been left in limbo, which is a shame. I think there's 14 volumes out at the moment. The series spans, I think, 18 or 19 in total. It would be great if the last few were released, and I would go straight away and buy the rest. But yeah, it's a shame Dark Horse don't really acknowledge it anymore. Above that we have Tampanchu by the same author. That's Hiroki Endo. Beside that we've got Gon 1 to 7, and we've got Genshiken 1 to 9. And next to that we've got Death Note 1 to 12 with the 13th special. Beside that we've got Pluto Volume 1 to 8 by Naoki Urasawa, who is a great mangaka. Below that we've got Evangelion, finally complete. volume 1 to 14. And behind that we have the full series of Dragon Ball, which I didn't have last time. Volume 1 to 42. It's got some interesting spine artwork. Now these volumes are like the cheapest of the cheap, really. The page quality isn't great, they don't include any of the colour artwork. And yeah, it's just a standard book if you want to read Dragon Ball. If you're not too concerned with quality, just grab these because they're really easy to get hold of and they're really cheap. But I really do love Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball more than Z because I love the adventure aspect of it. But yeah. Above that we've got Peacemaker 1 to 5 and Kurogane 1 to 4. We've got Stargazing Dog, SS Astro, and Town of Evening Calm, Country of Cherry Blossoms, which is this book here. Beside that we've got Monster, volume 1 to 9. I didn't have the full series of this last time. But these are 2-in-1s. I believe I have shown these before. So it's all 18 volumes. It includes colour pages. And obviously the books themselves are bigger than your standard volume. But anything by Naoki Urasawa I find is worth reading. And I've read Pluto, I've read 20th Century Boys, and I've read Billy Bat. So Monster is one of the last ones I have to get around to. Above that we've got All You Need Is Kill and Overlord Volume 1, which is a novel. On this shelf we've got Tech on King Creep by Taiyo Matsumoto. We also have Go Go Monster by Taiyo Matsumoto and Blue Spring, Taiyo Matsumoto. And we have MW by Tezuka and 3 Japanese volumes of Gintama. Up here we have Tropic of the Sea, Opus and Seraphim by Satoshi Kon. We've got Welcome to the NHK, which I really do adore. And we have Sayuki Volume 1. We've got March Story 1 to 5 and Nana 1 to 21, I believe, before it went on hiatus and has remained since. And beside that we've got the First Illustrations art book. Now over here we have a new manga for my collection again, which is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. We have part 1, which I believe is Phantom Blood. Yep. Part 2 is Battle Tendency and part 3 is Stardust Crusaders. I believe there's like something like 9 or 10 maybe 8, around those numbers anyway, out now. But obviously the English editions are only up to part 3, so that's going to take a while to catch up. But I wanted to buy JoJo's because it's a series I want to check out for a while. It just looks so crazy and enjoyable and fun. And yeah, these are just really well put together volumes. They include colour pages and they're hardback. And yeah, JoJo's just looks like a really fun series, so I'm excited to get into that. On the shelf down here we've got Pretty Face 1 to 6. Behind that, Vinland Saga 1 to 8. I believe volume 9 is out or out soon, so I need to pick that up. We've got Rosehip 0 1 to 5, Azumanga Daioh, The Laundromat Lady, Ping Pong Ikigami, and The Ice Wanderer, Quest for the Missing Girl, The Walking Man, A Distant Neighborhood, and A Zoo in Winter by Jiro Taniguchi. Besides that, we've got Akira, volume 1 to 6. And down here we've got Akira Club, which I actually bought before I bought the manga because I saw it cheap and I was like, you know what, I'm going to get Akira one day. Let's get this now. But I'm actually glad I did because these volumes, they're quite squished in there, actually read without interruption. They've cut out, I think Kodansha released this, they've cut out all the chapter introduction pages, which some may not be too concerned about, but for me, I like the chapter introduction pages because they include some of the best artwork in the series, I find. But thankfully, Akira Club includes them all, so you can look at them in this book here, which is worth buying if you own Akira or if you like Akira. Next up, we've got Nausicaa 1 to 7 by Miyazaki. Down here, we've got Mahoramatic 1 to 8. And we've got Bleach 1 to 26. We've got the original Triguns and Trigun Maximum 1 to 14. Down here, Satoshi Kon not Satoshi Kon the Illusionist, that's up there. This is Satoshi Kon's works, which is a wonderful collection of his works spanning his entire career, which includes his anime and his manga artwork. Down there we've got 2 art books from Taiyo Matsumoto, 100 and 101. If you don't know, Taiyo Matsumoto is probably my favourite mangaka. Down here we've got 2015, the last year, Ryoji Kaji and Yoshiyuki Sadamoto's Dermont art book. And that's it for the main bookcase. Over here we've got Yotsuba 1 to 10 with those ADV volumes breaking the continuity. We've got Nodame 1 and 2, Gurren Lagann 1, an extra volume of Gintama because it arrived damaged. The same goes for Gintama there. We've got Aizu Volume 6, D Greyman 1, Haruhi 1 and 2, FLCO 1 and 2, Rurouni Kenshin 1, Oh My Goddess 1, 2, 4, another volume of Triangle Maximum 1 because that also arrived damaged, and another volume of Eden. This one didn't arrive damaged, but it's quite interesting. It begins with the end. So there should be, yeah, that's the end of the manga. This is the first book I bought of Eden. Well, obviously it's volume 1, and I started reading it and I thought, well, this is interesting. I don't really get what's going on. And then I got to the end a few pages later. So that really made things a bit confusing. But yeah, it's just a defective copy really. So that's why I've got 2 of those, and we've got Blood Plus 1 and 2. These are over here because they're kind of like odds and ends, just individual volumes, which I might sell, I might not, but yeah. So that's my collection. You probably would have seen much of it before if you've watched my videos before. So sorry about that. Sorry I don't have too many new things to show, but I wanted to show off Alita there. And obviously I've got JoJo's, I finished off Dragon Ball and Monster. So yeah, thanks for watching guys. Sorry it's been so long. Now I'm settled into my new place and have some more time on my hands, I'd like to get back into YouTube, get back into the swing of things and do more manga videos, just reviews, recommendations, my thoughts on, just general talking about manga really. So yep, stick around for those. And I also have, if you don't know, a blog which I do write about manga on. Occasionally, it's mostly based around film. So if you like film or manga, check out the description, I'll include it in there. And obviously some social links, Instagram and all that nonsense, if you like that. So yeah, thanks again guys, and I'll see you again.